social links. I should probably give you guys about 30 seconds of me just waffling so you've got time to get through the bloody adverts since Amazon Prime got rid of the advert skip, right? Like, isn't that
fucking Jeff Bezos?
Isn't that just the worst thing? I've unsubscribed. I've done all my shopping for the year, got my Prime donation delivery, and I've unsubscribed. No, not happening. Anyway, the advert should be about done by now. So, guys, we are here. Social links, Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Go and check them all out. Discord is the place where you can come and have a fun, inclusive society. Twitter is the place where you can come and ask me for games and I'll give you them. Or in Katie's case, you shout at me repeatedly until I give you them and then you get them.
Madness is not a curse.
It doesn't make it go faster, but it makes you feel better.
What is that?
From the boundlessly complex cosmos.
What is what?
For some reason, a random window, as I was cursing the adverts, just started playing an advert.
Jeff Bezos watching you. You're on a watch list. He is the richest man in the world. He is watching you.
Oh boy.
But you have got his attention.
You said his name, okay? You said his name. You did the what's his name in the mirror 3 times, you know, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls. And
look, I shit talk Roll 20 enough. I don't need Jeff Bezos on my case too.
all I'm saying is that was really random. Anyway, yeah, that was really spooky as well because it was for the new Call of Cthulhu game. So it was like proper weird. It was like people screaming and stuff, and I was just like, "Katie, what are you playing in Roll20?" Woo! Okay. Ali in chat. Oh hi.
Ali's here. Sorry, I'll be quiet.
YouTube is the place to go back and catch not only this episode but all the episodes in this series. It's amazing. What's this 30-second advert? Filth, isn't it? Filth. Bloody adverts. Next up we have a Patreon. You guys can go ahead and check out our Patreon where we have some free articles and things. And also we're going to be working on some new stuff as well. Also, I have merch. You can go and check out my merch there on Redbubble. There's all sorts of things. What else have we got? Sponsors, that's what we got. Hey, Tweeter, thanks for being in chat and reminding me. Maychan Press. They sponsor our game just previous to this show, called Argo 37. It is a D&D 5e expansion, making space an option, a viable option. You can do sci-fi space stuff. It's great. Also, we have Bird in the Storm, which is here. Their t-shirts and mugs, the proceeds go to charity, and they also will be bringing content to us for the new year. I need to talk to them about that, actually. We haven't talked about that yet. It's like November. That gives me anxiety. Immediate anxiety. Tweets. In this case, the Monster Heart tweet is the command. I remember it. There we go. No wild magic surges. We'll flip a coin and it'll give a plus or minus 1 to the scene, and we'll see what goes on. Yeah, I think that's everything. I'm going to hand over to Katie, who will introduce everyone and tell us all about the show and then play the show. Oh, hi.
Hi. Okay, so we will go down the list like usual. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, your pronouns, and the skin they're using. Yep, that's it. That's how I run this game. Dingo, you want to start?
I would love to start. I'm Dingo. I play Claudia, the Sasquatch, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Meg?
I am Meg. I play Quinn, who is the Fae, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Alice?
I'm Alice. I play the Ghost, and both use she, her pronouns. Pronouns. There we go, pronouns.
This is a weird word, isn't it? Pronouns.
I don't know.
And last but not least, Scrat.
Oh, hi, I'm Scrat. You can use any pronouns you like for me. And Elvis is probably he, him. He hasn't really questioned it. You know, he's got a lot of issues to deal with. He's got a lot of daddies. He doesn't need to be worrying
We're
about
gonna
gender.
start off every session talking about Elvis's daddies, aren't we?
Yeah. It's his defining feature. Although now I suppose the whole wolf thing's kind of his defining feature.
I mean, I'm Katie. I go by she, her pronouns, and I am the master of ceremonies for this lovely game. That got a little heated last time. Things are sort of amping up. quick little rundown. It was Elvis's first time transforming into a wolf fully. Sandy got to witness it, was a little freaked out, didn't really keep her cool as it happened, but she managed to sort of handle it well enough as Elvis heard this voice in his head that he recognized as June's, just telling him to run, and he listened to it. He ran out into the forest with the rest of what is now, technically, if he accepts the invitation, his pack. Sandy, you had a vision of two figures in the woods. You saw this, what looked like a couple with their young girl, or young child, daughter, probably. And this tall figure made of light that asked in this chorus of voices, did this couple know what they were asking of the court? And the couple said yes, because they wanted to save their child. Claudia, you're woke up by Elliot. Elliot tries to help you find Quinn, because you've lost where Quinn was. The both of you run into Sandy as you go into the woods looking for her. Quinn, you're woke up by these little voices around you, these little balls of light that sort of coalesce into one big ball of light in front of you, telling you that Radia wants you back and wants you protected, and that the bad one is coming for you, that someone is trying to give you away. And we find out that when your sister was a little girl, that your parents had sort of promised her to this, had promised you to this Radia, to this Fae court, in order to keep your sister healthy. Something, you don't really know all the details, you just sort of gotten that you are a Fae creature. But then you also find out that your sister and Frances Abrams, along with Sandy, back when she was alive, summoned some demon from the depths of which you can only assume is hell, and offered you as well. So you've been offered on two fronts, for power and for life, sort of. And we all got back together, the three of you did at least, back in June's trailer, after Sandy had sort of knocked the ever-loving shit out of June with a limb. And you all got back, and June sort of dropped the ball during that Claudia wasn't human, didn't know what she was, but she definitely wasn't human, because of her smell, her musk, if you will. You're waiting for it, weren't you? You all got back to her trailer, and she sort of told you all that the pack of Leafside was sort of tasked with keeping Francis at bay with whatever he had summoned. He needed one more person to sort of appease this demon that he had brought about for this power, and that last thing he needed was Quinn, because that's what had been promised. You got a call, Claudia, from Elliot's number, because he had gone missing. You couldn't find, or that they had gone missing. You couldn't find them, and it was Francis telling you that he had Elliot. Basically, didn't really give you any information as to where they were. Just that, they had your friend. And back in the woods, Elvis, you found two of your wolf brethren. Like, you couldn't find any kind of pulse or breathing from them, so you were sort of, lack of better words, you were just tossing them forward closer to the trailer park.
That's right. I was getting them home. I was looking after them real good.
You were. And someone threatened you, and you didn't know who it was. The rest of us assumed, and found out it was Francis Abrams, and you broke Francis Abrams' neck, snapped his neck, even though he told you, it's not worth it, I can't die. And the last thing we saw was Francis's form sort of falling back into the earth around this vision of smoke.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I harmed him.
You did give him some harm, yes.
What was his name again?
Francis Abrams.
Francis Abrams. I have a string on you, sir.
Okay. So, the forest outside of the estates grows dark. It's darker than anyone could even imagine. The howls in the area from all the wolves have grown quiet, almost as if it's sort of a vacuum in this area. And we see the spot where Elvis had snapped Francis's neck. And on the ground where he laid is charred in the shape of a body, where these shadows had sort of coalesced over him and pulled him inside. And there's nothing there. There's nothing around. There's not the sound of insects chirping. There's no owls hooting. There's no light from above shining down on the spot. There's nothing. But the earth begins to rumble in the spot, and it cracks open. And the spot where Francis's body disappeared begins to open. The roots from the earth and the dirt and the clay and grass all coalesce into one form. And it continues for a long moment until the shape of a body is formed from the earth. And these moments pass, these long, quiet moments, until there's a loud gasp of breath and bright eyes open up. And the form sits up. Pale white skin is covered in dirt and earth as the form of a man is exposed, with loose dirt falling away. You see as he runs his hands through his hair, sort of brushes off the dirt, stands up, tries to get a lot of the filth off of him as he does. And then just simply he says, "I won't let you down. I'll get what you want. I won't fail." And the earth begins to rumble beneath his feet in response, it seems. And the form walks off deeper into the woods. So Elvis, it's been about 30 minutes since you've left this body behind you. Where are you heading? You're heading back to the trailer park. So what's your mission as you're heading back to the trailer park?
Well, just get these here pups back to where they belong. They must have been pretty stupid to be out there getting beat up. I didn't get beat up, and I was just wandering around like an idiot. So I don't know what they were doing, but I need to get them back to the trailer park where they can get looked after by someone. Or take time to heal, or however this werewolf stuff works. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. I think it doesn't take you long to realize as you're sort of pushing them up that like you can't carry them over your shoulder like you were originally trying to. But it's not a big issue for you to like grab both of them by one of their legs and just drag them behind you. You know, if you walk on two legs, you'll be fine getting them back.
Oh yeah, that sounds perfect. I mean, I'm fairly sure that we've got some sort of immunity to damage or something. Otherwise, what's the point of being like this? So I'm just gonna drag them. They can bounce off trees and stuff. They'll probably be fine.
Probably be great. Yeah, it takes you no time at all. Even walking, normally you're a bit faster than you remember. You've still got some sort of like supernatural ability to you. So you're not, I mean, you're huffing it heading back to this trailer park. And as you come back, even in your wolf form, Claudia and Sandy, you see Elvis walking up, into this trailer park, dragging these two wolves behind them. And I think at this point, both of you, at least you, Sandy, know this is Elvis. You saw him transform. Claudia, I don't think you've seen Elvis yet, but I think you can sort of recognize how he smells.
Like Sandy
Is
will.
he still wearing his hat?
Yeah, he's still
Oh my god,
wearing
I
his hat.
hope he's still wearing his
Yeah, I've been
golf
wearing
hat.
my hat this whole time. Like, and it never came off my head.
Yeah, Sandy will just be like, Elvis, and run. Like, still keep the stick in her hand. Like, he's dragging 2 wolves behind him, but she will run towards him like, oh my god, are you okay? What? Why are you wearing your hat? Like, how did you keep that on?
I'm still in werewolf form, right?
Yeah, you're still in werewolf form.
Alright, talking was hard, so I'm just gonna go.
And she looks at him like, right.
Mark!
Do we need to leave you to it? Or, like, she's just stood there with a stick. She hasn't put it down or anything.
I'll drop the bodies and sort of like.
No, are you okay? Like, do you hurt? Does it, what, like, what?
Claudia's just walking around and she's poking the the bodies with her baseball bat.
Yeah, Claudia, they don't seem to be breathing or have a pulse, but they don't seem dead. They're still warm. And you just feel like you would be able to sense if they were dead. So there's still something, but they don't have their chests aren't rising, anything like that.
Are your friends, Elvis, hibernating? Is there like a hibernation stage?
Hibernate, Claudia.
I don't know. They could. Maybe they got really hurt and they just have to sleep it off. They're not breathing.
Mark! No!
Like, okay.
I think after a moment you hear the screen door of the trailer open up and June pokes her head outside. What are y'all doing? And when she catches sight of Elvis, she like steps down the stairs and comes out and she sees the 2 wolves. Holy fuck, what happened to them? And she's looking at you, Elvis.
Sandy's like, they're hibernating, sort of looking over to like Claudia to try and, like, not in a mocking way, but like trying to be a bit more friendly to Claudia.
Yeah, June doesn't laugh at all.
Probably, this is gonna be difficult for Elvis. Describing this in this form is gonna be real hard, so he's...
Well, I think you get the sense that June could understand you, Elvis.
Oh!
She did. She talked to you earlier in your mind. I mean, you heard her voice in your mind without seeing her actually speak.
Then the sequence of grunts and growls that the people around me have here is translated to, I don't know, they were with 2 creepy guys in the woods who looked like he had done something to them that make them both dead and not dead, so I broke his neck.
And all these like sequence of grunts and groans, you just watch June's face sort of react, goes from sort of not understanding to maybe understanding, then to shock, and her eyes go wide, and you just hear her go, God damn it, you. Okay, fine. So you broke his neck. That's good. I think you can't kill him. You know that, right? I'm being serious, Elvis. We've tried. Ripped him limb from limb. Yeah, whatever he's made a deal with, it's keeping him alive until he fulfills it.
Is June saying all of this out loud, or is this more
Yeah,
of
she's talking to Elvis.
Oh, okay.
But she's not giving you guys a translation of anything Elvis has said.
I think we
So
can...
it's like a one-sided conversation.
Yeah, we can piece it together from the one side.
Yeah, I'm tired. I've been carrying bodies. I'm probably just gonna lay on the floor. You know, Elvis was pretty close to dog and manners anyway, so like,
That's about true.
just gonna lay down.
As you do, June walks over to you, Elvis, and kneels down beside you, and she sort of takes your face in her hands, sort of scratches behind your ears a little bit. And she said, "You've had a really good night. We're really proud of you. You gotta focus on being human again. You gotta just start thinking about what about being a human draws you to it? And you just got to come out of this early. We can't have you in this form right now. Believe it or not, you might actually be more useful to us, not as a wolf.
Elvis's mind is wandering. He's trying to think of the things that keep him human. So, like, hunting in the woods. Nope, that ain't gonna do it. He goes to, alcohol? Meh, that's more fun than human. And, like, he's just going through, like, this, and it's a real slow process as well. Thinking takes time. And
Yeah.
he's sitting there trying to consider the things that he attaches to humanity.
I think I want you to gaze into the abyss and roll with dark. You're looking for something human.
Claudia's just leaning over to Sandy. Did Elvis kill someone?
And like she's holding like her stick that little bit tighter, like
Nope.
Well, that's a fail. Mark experience.
Yay.
I think he did.
And after a minute,
I filled my experience. I get to take something new, right?
yeah, if you filled all your experience, what you do on your sheet is so you can pick one of the advances. You can add +1 to one of your stats, take another werewolf move, take a move from any other skin, or belong to a wolf pack, and you just mark one of those. And when any of you have taken 5 advancements, you can unlock season advances. Which, since we're so close to the end of the season, I might make that a little sooner.
I think I'm gonna add 1 to my volatile.
Nice. Just mark where you beside +1 to your stats, so you know that you've taken it.
Thank you.
So I think Claudia and Sandy, you see June sort of like hang her head a little bit as Elvis is sort of lulled into this like nice moment. His leg might even be twitching. I mean, she is giving him a little rub behind his ears. I like to imagine his legs twitching a little bit. And she looks over her shoulder at the both of you and says, yeah, he's not coming out of this anytime soon. I thought I might be able to drag him out of it. But, yeah, it's going to be when the sun comes up.
Well, where do you put him then? Like, you can't just leave him here. I mean, he's put 2 wolves into hibernation. Like, what like, will he just keep doing this?
He didn't do this. This has Francis written all over it.
Where is he?
Where's Francis? Hell if I know.
What's wrong with them? Are they okay?
Yeah, they'll be fine. Is he some spell or some shit he does to people? He just knocks them out for a little while. It's like they're near dead. We almost buried one. Okay, we did bury one of them. We thought he was dead, and we had to dig him out. It's a long, really bad story, Claudia, but we've learned our lesson.
Okay.
Like, Sandy shudders at that. I mean, I know she's dead, but she's like,
Something he can do. I don't. It's like he just stops your heart. It feels like pure fear. Just washes all over you, and you just go dark. And Claudia, you recognize us. He did this to you.
Yeah, I think I know the feeling. Sandy, I don't think the hardware store is going to cut it. I think we're missing something. We need something else.
As you say that, Claudia, your phone rings.
Crap. Yeah, she pulls it out.
Bring. And on the screen, it's your dad calling you.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think that's exactly what she says too. She's just like, oh shit. Just nobody talk. Nobody say anything. Hi, Dad.
Where are you at, Claudia?
What time is it right now?
It's probably midnight.
Okay. I'm at Elliot's.
Bark! Bark! Bark!
Well, that's funny because Elliot's dad called me and told me that his gun was missing for one, that Elliot decided to borrow it, and there was a message on his voicemail from Elliot that said he needed you to go to Lady Harriet's. And it sounded pretty frantic. So I don't know where the hell you are, Claudia, but I know you're not at Elliot's.
They said that I need to go to Lady Harriet's?
That's what Elliot's dad said. Said that they needed you ASAP. And I mean, it's already past your curfew. You're going to be in a lot of trouble, but I know Elliot's your best friend, so I don't know what the kids got into. If you need to handle it, go handle it. But where are you? I'd just like to know where my daughter is. Are you at least safe?
Yeah, I'm safe. I'm at the trailer park.
Holy shit, Claudia.
I'm sorry, Dad, I went to a party.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you.
Listen, I'm closing down the diner early. Just go to Lady Harriet's, get Elliot. I don't know if they were drunk or what was going on. Their dad said that they were near tears. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what you've gotten into.
I'll go check on them. Can I borrow the truck?
I mean, yeah, it's come by the diner. I'll give you the keys.
Okay. Thanks, Dad. I'll pull extra grill duty this weekend or something.
Oh, you're grounded too on top of that.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Dad.
Love you, kid.
Love you. She hangs
Yeah.
up. So I'm in trouble, but
Oh, what was that about?
apparently Elliot called their dad saying that I need to go to Lady Harriet's. I don't even really know where that is or who that is.
I might have an idea.
Okay. Cool. I need to swing by the diner, pick up the truck, and then we'll go over to Lady Harriet's.
Okay. I should. She sort of looks at the stick and throws it. I probably shouldn't take that there.
Can we? Claudia's gonna turn to June. Can we throw Elvis in the back of the truck?
How are you going to get him to the truck?
I didn't think about that. Maybe with a piece of beef jerky.
I mean, he's out of it for a little while. You sure can try.
That's okay. Let him rest.
I
Ready
mean,
to go?
honestly, if I'm going to be looking after Quinn, it might be better that he's here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Text me. Keep me updated.
Sure, I'll get your number. Quinn have your number? I'll get it from her.
Yeah, Quinn has it.
All right. You two be safe. Keep me in the loop. I'll take care of her, and he's going to need a nap.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. And I think Claudia takes Sandy by the hand and says, "Come on, let's go."
Right. Okay. Like no one's like taken her hand in a while, so she's like, "Oh, okay."
Do you allow her to take your hand, Sandy? Or are you going to be corporeal for her to do
She
that?
probably like takes it away quite quickly, but then it's like, "Yeah, sorry, yeah, okay," and then sort of goes with you, more sort of like holding your arm rather than like she hasn't had like proper human contact for a while, so
Yeah.
she's sort of just going with it.
Yeah, I think it stops Claudia for a second, but she doesn't even give it a second thought. She's like, "Yeah, I'm awkward too. Let's go."
Yeah, you both had to, because you still have the keys to Elliot's car. You both head to their car. And Quinn, while all this is happening, you've been inside of June's trailer. June told you, wait right here for a second. She was going to step outside and see what was happening. What have you been up to?
Well, you said June had like a bunch of different books on like the occult and paranormal on her shelf, right?
Yeah.
But
mhm.
I've been kind of looking through those books for anything related to either demons or fae, just kind of, well, all of this is new to me, so better learn about it fast, sort of thing.
Yeah, and I think, are you looking for anything specific?
I guess anything about, I don't know if she would know the word changeling, but anything related to that, or like anything about like deals with demons and stuff like that.
Perfect. I also want you to gaze into the abyss. Roll with dark. We'll see what you
Alright.
can find. Oh, you failed the most you can fail.
Yeah.
Meg, honey. Yeah, that's a 1. Mark experience.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Great.
To be fair, I don't think Fae are like that dark, so you weren't really
Yeah.
set out for that role.
Right.
Yeah, you look through these books and there's a lot of books, like subjects you didn't. There's stuff on here about, there's stuff in these books about demons. You do find information about demons, but it's nothing you didn't really already know or been told or could assume. You also find like information about witch covens. You find information about supernatural beings, about shapeshifters, about Wendigo, about creatures in the woods, unnamed creatures in the woods, things like that. But you just can't find anything about changeling. You're not sure if maybe it's something that June has just been told
Mhm.
herself, and it's sort of like a spoken knowledge that's passed down.
Oh.
Because, or if maybe she keeps this knowledge somewhere else. What you're looking for in here, you cannot find.
Got it.
And I think that's when June walks back in, and time's probably gotten away from you, and a little bit of time has slipped by, and June, you don't even hear like the screen door slam, as you just hear June like, "What you doing?"
Oh, sorry. I just saw that you had such a big collection of books here. Since all of this stuff is so new to me, I figured maybe I should do some research.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do when we were, told to take care of it. Honey, I don't even know. That's a dumb question because you don't even know what you are either, do you? I mean, not really.
I just learned today that I wasn't a human, so that's that.
Yeah, it's really weird finding that kind of stuff out. I mean, I was born a werewolf, but I didn't find out until I was 13. So imagine going through the change and then the change.
Right, yeah.
It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, that's a lot. So
I'm sorry you weren't told.
No, it's really okay. I don't think it's really sunk in yet. It still kind of feels like we're all playing pretend, even though I know we're not. So, but yeah, what happened outside?
Claudia and Sandy are going to get a truck, I think. They talked about they mentioned a hardware store that it wasn't going to work, and then they said Lady Harriet's, the crazy lady in town. I don't know what she has to do with any of this.
Why wasn't the hardware store going to work?
She just shrugs. I mean, she looks genuinely confused. I don't know what plan they've got. She got a call from her dad. Claudia did.
Oh.
Apparently, Elliot's waiting at that Lady Harriet's for her.
That's good because we were looking for Elliot. Yeah, Elliot was missing. So that's good that we know where Elliot is, maybe?
I hope so. And Elvis brought back 2 of my wolves that Francis did this. He does this thing to people where it's like he fills you up with so much fear, your heart nearly stops and just washes over you, and you just zone out because you don't want to face it. That's how it felt for me anyway. And and Elvis is taking a nap. He's a little tuckered out.
All right.
Look, are you gonna be okay? I mean, this is a lot of information for you too. You've sort of been thrust into a world you don't understand.
I mean, I guess I'm okay. I mean, I have to be okay, or else Francis wins, you know? Like, and she's just kind of reeling a little bit. But go ahead.
I think she sits down beside you and sort of gently puts her hand on your knee and like squeezes this really reassuring way. She's like, you don't always got to be okay. You can break down sometimes, you know?
And Quinn doesn't really know what to say in response to that. She just kind of like nods and just maybe fiddles around with her fingers a little bit and just seems very tense.
I think she you see like this moment of genuine care come over her face. She looks at you and she says, it's gonna be all right. Well, Elvis said he snapped Francis's neck, which to be fair doesn't mean much. He can't be killed. I bet you didn't know that.
Yeah, I did not know that.
But it does buy us a little bit of time. So I think you'll be okay tonight, and I'll take care of you. I promise. I've been doing it before you even knew, so now you know.
I'll just add that to my list of promises.
Yep, that's why I gave it to you.
Thank you. But yeah, Quinn kind of perks up at that and is like, thank you. That really means a lot, June.
She nods. I know it's probably the last thing on your mind, but if you're tired, you're more than welcome to my bed if you want to lay down for a little while. I'm gonna be up till morning at least, waiting for the rest of the pack to come in. But if you want to be alone or just want to take a little nap, she nods toward her bedroom.
That's probably a good idea. I should try to get some rest. And Quinn stands up and like kind of thanks her one more time and goes to the bedroom.
Okay. Elvis, as you're outside, you know, you're in between that state of being asleep and being awake, you know, and it's still things are just things still feel really strange in your body. I mean, this is your first change, your first transformation. It's still really weird feeling all around.
Mm-hmm. Kind of comfy, but in a painful way.
Yeah. The wolf beside you, not Troy, or wait, was it Stephen or Troy? I can't remember. Stephen.
I had a Troy and an unknown werewolf.
I can't remember names I gave you, even though I have them written down. Troy, not him, but the other werewolf, the one you don't recognize, sort of begins to twitch a little bit. And I think even you being in this like in between state, it catches your attention. Like you're all of your are like nerves and such are on alert at this point, you know.
Well, the hairs are standing up on my back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll hop up then and we yawn.
You see that it's sort of like the best way to describe it would be like a dog having a bad dream.
Is he running on the spot?
No, it's not. He's not running in the spot. He's sort of like looks like he's fighting something, trying to grab at something. And then there are parts, if you watch long enough, Elvis is like he's trying to defend himself.
So first thing I'll do is I'll stand on him and bark in his face. Bark, 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 bark.
Sorry, just the image. I think after a moment, there's a loud gasp, and his eyes open up, and you watch Elvis as this form beneath you begins to grow smaller. You watch as the hair and clumps begin sort of to fall off onto the ground. You see as this canine snout begins to go back into his face. Long limbs begin to pull back into what looked like a human shape, a human length. He is transforming into a man beneath you. And as he does, you sort of see for just a split second before he excuse me, I'm sorry. Before he becomes fully human again, like in this like transfer between shapes fully. It's almost like every vein in his body is seen because it looks like this dark black ichor is flowing through it. It's not blood. It's not, that green purplish color of your veins. It is a stark black, and it looks like it's spider webbing off into other parts of his body. But after a moment, it's gone, and beneath you is laying this human that is just breathing deeply and sweating, just body drenched with sweat.
They're awake?
Yeah, they're awake. They seem to be like in shock though, like they don't know where they are. This wasn't the place they were last.
All right, cool. I'll just lick his face and pad off.
Yeah, after you do that, he just sort of shakes it off, and you see him sit up, and he looks at you, and you hear clearly in your head, Elvis, wait, are you the new guy?
No.
My name's Manuel. What? Where was I?
Again in Wolf, I was dragging you back from the woods. You were with some creepy guy in a suit.
And you see him like shake his head like he can't believe it. Like that clearly wasn't where he was. And there's this look of disbelief on his face.
That you was having a real bad dream, that's why I barked in your face.
It's like I was trying to fight death itself. I could feel it coming for me. And I couldn't. Just, you woke me up was the only thing that saved me. You okay?
Yep.
He stands up and just sort of looks around at the empty trailer park and looks up at the sky, and it's not even time to. God damn it! Is June here?
I'm gonna look over towards the thingy trailer.
The trailer.
Yeah.
He nods. He says, "Oh well, thank you. I think I'm alive because of you." And he looks to Troy. Keep an eye on him, all right? Because if he's going through what I'm going through, this isn't good.
As soon as he says that, I'm just gonna go over to the other guy and bark in his face. Going through the same thing? Okay.
Yeah, you do it, but there's no reaction from Troy. None whatsoever.
I put my paw on his face.
God. Yeah, there's still no reaction. And you haven't even really noticed that Manuel has sort of walked off toward June's trailer. Until you hear the slamming of the screen door.
Well, I was asleep. Is it sunrise yet?
Oh, no. I mean, it's still just a little bit after midnight. I'd probably say it's around about probably 12:30 at this point, 12:45.
Oh, can I see the following two things? Is the fire still burning down on the bonfire thing we had going earlier?
Yeah, it's nowhere. It's probably smoldering at this point, but it is still burning.
Oh, perfect. And is there like a blanket or a cloth or something, like hanging off a table or a...
You could probably find one. Yeah, I mean,
Excellent.
there's laundry lines everywhere in this trailer park.
I'm gonna go and grab a cloth. I'm gonna go take it near that fire. I'm gonna wrap myself up. I'm gonna roll myself around in it. I'm gonna lay next to that fire, and I'm gonna have me a good night's sleep.
All right. Okay. The most
Not a
comfortable-
concern in the world.
the most comfortable pupper in the world. Sandy and Claudia, you've made it to Elliot's car. The drive to the diner, the streets are relatively empty on Leafside. There's a couple of house lights that are on. You see like the flickering lights of television in some windows, but the city's mostly empty. But you pull up, Claudia, into the parking lot of your dad's diner. The lights are still, it's like half on, half off. The lights in sort of the seating area are on, but you can tell the lights in the kitchen have been turned off. Like he's getting ready to shut down for the night. And you pull up outside and you see him already walking to the door to unlock it to let you in.
Yeah, I think Claudia grabs the keys from Elliot's car, rounds around the car and heads inside and tosses her dad the keys. You can give that back to Elliot's dad. I'm going to take the truck, and we should be back really soon. Everything should be fine.
Before
I'm
you
just
go-
behind her, like,
Yeah, he waves at you and he sees you fine, gives you a wave. He grabs your arm, Claudia, and just says, "What is going on? What's happening, Claudia?"
I think Elliot, you know how Elliot gets. I think they got a little too drunk and they got a little too rowdy and they ran off and they probably got themselves into some kind of trouble.
I don't think this is your kind of trouble to deal with. Kid, I think you should probably call their dad, don't you? I mean, I know they asked for you, Claudia, but you don't always have to take care of Elliot.
They're my friend. That's what you do for friends. Like you've always said, friends and family first.
I know, but it just feels different when it's your own kid having to help someone else's. Just
Dad, we do that all the time. You just don't know about it.
all right, just be safe, okay? And I think he wraps you in a big bear hug.
Yeah, she hugs him back. And when she grabs the keys, probably off the key hook or something, she kind of looks at it. The keys to the shed on here?
Yeah, it should be. It's the small one.
Okay. Thanks, Dad. And she kind of motions for Sandy, like, come on.
like she's sort of, because she's sort of lost all sorts of social things. She didn't know if, like, she's watching you hug your dad and she suddenly feels incredibly awkward. But at the same time, it's more because she doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But she will follow you immediately as you beckon to her to follow.
Since I've just been told we're at 10 retweets, I just rolled a D4. That's for Dingo.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Hi, Dingo.
Hi.
So odds will be +1, evens will be -1. Ooh. So, any rolls? Any rolls in this next your next upcoming scene? A continuation of this one. We'll keep it going from here. -1 to them.
Okay, cool.
So you the both of you leave the diner and head toward your dad's old sort of beat up pickup truck. Where are you heading now? Did you both get into the truck?
Well, I think Claudia is actually going to the shed first.
Okay.
And she turns to Sandy. Okay, so this is definitely some kind of trap, right?
Yeah.
If Francis had Elliot, then either Francis is lying or there's a setup going on at Harriet's.
I like Harriet. Harriet's nice, but right now, I'm not really trusting anyone. No offense, I don't trust Elliot, but I'll come with you.
Okay. Thanks. And she kind of opens the shed. I don't really trust anyone either, which is why I think we need more than a baseball bat and a stick.
Yeah, I left my stick. Like, she's sort of looking around, but I could do with something a bit better than a stick.
Yeah, she grabs like 2 gas cans, and then she kind of looks down and she points at a chainsaw and she says, "Do you think this is too much?"
Nope. And she reaches down and picks up the chainsaw and sort of throws it in.
You're right. Bringing the wood chipper would probably be too much.
Well, I don't know how we get it in. Like, she's genuinely considering it, but she's trying to figure out how it would actually get in the car.
I think we could lift it if we really tried. And she's putting all this stuff in the back of the truck. And
I think as this is happening, the both of you hear this like loud crack of thunder around you. And it's like the sky opens up and it begins to pour.
well, we don't get very many of those around here. That doesn't seem good.
If I'm honest, I can't really feel it. Like, I look like I'm getting wet, but she's sort of holding it out almost as if she's trying to feel it, but you can see her physically getting soaked.
Yeah, I think Claudia kind of reaches for your arm and kind of looks at it and is like, is it just going through you, or is it actually touching you?
I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on how I'm feeling. I mean, if I don't want you to see me, you won't see me. And like, can I literally just disappear?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I literally just disappear in front of Claire as she's holding my arm.
Oh! Do I still feel your arm, or does it go away?
She'll probably make it completely go away, and then she will reappear just the other side of you. Like, see? So I don't really know how it works.
That is so cool.
Is it?
What about me? Do I still feel warm to you? And she's kind of taking your hand
she's
and like,
I think you do, but if I'm honest, it could be a memory. I drank a lot of alcohol and I feel fine again. Nothing. But I remember feeling drunk like that before.
so all your senses are just running off of memory and they just replace each other. That's
I
interesting.
guess.
Sorry, I don't know if we have time for this. And she kind of drops your hand.
Yeah, and like she just picks up the chainsaw and starts putting it in the and if there's anything like, so if there's like a woodshed, if there's like an axe or anything as well, she will just reach for that.
Yeah, I'll
Oh, yeah.
say that's believable. I'll
We
say
got
you
all
could
that.
probably get an axe. You could probably get the chainsaw. A
Weed
couple
whacker
of
probably have that too.
it probably hasn't had the strings replaced on it in a hot second though. But you definitely there's definitely 2 decent sized gas cans that your dad keeps in here, just in case.
Like, I think Sandy would start going through the equipment, like I said, like look at like
It's
sizing.
probably like a pitchfork.
Like-
You're probably got a pitchfork if you wanted one, you know.
She sizes up the rake and then thinks better of it. But if she can find like a massive metal spade, she'll definitely take that. And she turns around and she's like, "You can hit him and bury him with this one."
Yeah.
And
Throw it in the truck.
She's literally just throwing stuff in as she goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you guys load up the truck and
The
now?
last thing that Claudia grabs before she hops in the truck, she runs back inside. She grabs her dad's cigarettes and Zippo off of the counter and books it back into the truck.
bless you. Yeah, you guys load up in the truck, and where are you heading now?
Guess we're going to Harriet's.
Okay. You follow Sandy's directions, and Lady Harriet's is downtown, like on the strip of businesses that's perfectly downtown. I mean, it's very easy to find. And as you pull up, you see the light on in the window, behind the blinds, behind the close sign in the window. But she never, Lady Harriet, Sandy, you would know that Harriet lives here also, like above the shop. but the lights for her studio, for her shop, are never on past 8 o'clock. You've
Nice.
never seen them on.
If Claudia goes to get out, she'll stop her for a second, like, hey, hang on. What time is it?
Like 12:30.
It's gotta be too late. No, she shouldn't have the lights on. This is
Okay.
She lives upstairs. She's a really sweet, weird lady, but
Is she
she has her
something?
routine.
Is she something too? Or is
She's
she
like
just
a
old?
fortune teller type thing. I came to her a lot when, like, you know, no one could see me, but apparently she could. So
So she's probably something. Okay.
yes, so but then now I'm concerned because I didn't know that other people were things, so I don't know whether they're gonna be like you in there, they're gonna be like Elvis in there. I don't.
There's a way you could find out.
I was
You
gonna say,
can-
wait here, just wait here. Hold, like she just reaches down and passes her an axe, like just anything swing, and she sort of climbs out of the car. And Claudia will just see her almost like disappear into the rain as she sees it, but it's like she sort of slowly becomes a mist and walks up towards the door.
Yeah. Are you passing through the door?
I'll pass through the door, yeah.
As you do, Sandy, you see a figure standing there in the middle of the room with their hands behind their back, with blonde hair down to their shoulders, their back to you. And we're gonna skip over to Quinn. Quinn, you are you don't know how much time has passed. You're sort of resting. It's not rest. I mean, you're like you're sort of how Elvis was. You're in between that, you know, that time when you sort of lull off into deep sleep. You're in between. You're still very alert, but your brain is trying to shut off. You can tell.
Yeah.
But you hear the sounds in like the space around you of like the trailer door opening. You hear a man's voice. You haven't heard it before. It's not Francis's. You would recognize Francis's voice. You know, you hear sort of June talking to this voice. It's nothing that you haven't heard before. They're sort of talking about what was done to them, what Francis does. You hear your name come up a couple of times with June saying, you know, yeah, I'm going to look after her. This is my duty. I made a promise. A lot of things. And a lot of it sort of muddles together. But a little bit of time passes, Quinn, and it's like someone shook you awake, like you're awoken with a start, and the red digital, you know, the red dots on the clock, the digital clock on June's nightstand read 2 a.m., 2:00, and you're woke up.
Okay. Was there any kind of sudden sound, or was it just like I jerked awake?
It's like you just jerked awake on your own.
Okay. Quinn is probably going to kind of get up and kind of rub the sleep out of her eyes and then walk out looking for June and the rest of the trailer.
It's like as you're passing through the hallway, past like the little like hall closet area, you hear a teacup or something shatter. And as you walk further out, you see June standing in the kitchen. Hair's a mess. She's looking at you very agitated, like her eyes are red as if she had been maybe sleeping too. But it's like the hair on the back of her neck is standing up, you know, like when a dog is, you know, sort of like being threatened, you know, that's sort of the look she has.
Okay.
And you just hear her say, God damn, no. She's just muttering no over and over again. And she's not moving. It's almost as if she is glued to the spot. But you
Like
watch as, what now?
Staring at me.
Yeah, she's staring just in your general direction. It's not as if she has like her eyes trained on you, but she does realize you're there. She's noticed you.
Okay.
And you notice as you're looking at her that the reason the glass shattered is because she had been squeezing it too tight. Her hands are a little bloodied. And you watch as tears begin to well up in her eyes and they pour over onto her cheeks. But are you threatening me with a candy corn dingo? Even though her face is still like this slate of agitation, and you see her fists begin to clench, and she begins to look around in a hurry.
Quinn kind of takes a step forward and is like, "Whoa, are you okay? Is your hand all right? What's going on?"
As soon as you do that, she just holds her hands up at you. Goes, don't. Quinn, just stay there. Just go back. Go back and lock the... I need to, he's here. And she walks toward the door and she looks behind you and just says, lock the door when I leave. You'll be safe here. And as soon as she opens the door and her head turns to look back at the at the entrance, it's almost as if it just happens in a second. June is thrown back violently against the wall into the bookcase that lines her walls. Books fall onto the floor, things shatter. It's as if the trailer begins to shake. And inside steps Francis Abrams. He's not wearing clothes you saw him wearing before. He's wearing sort of an old flannel shirt and some jeans that are too big for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you, Quinn, and he says, just where I thought you'd be.
Quinn looks a mixture of probably just like exhausted and very scared. Like just that state where she's just tired of being as freaked out as she has been this night. And she kind of steps back and is like, why can't you just leave me alone?
A smirk comes to his face as he's looking at you, and he just shakes his head. I made promises, and I intend to keep them. And Elvis, you hear this like loud clatter coming from June's, even though it's a little bit away from you. It's enough to sort of wake you up, and you're sort of like having to get your bearings. But you do hear the commotion. And Quinn, June is sort of, she's had a long night, and you watch as that wound on her head reopens a little bit, even though she's had it like bandaged up. You see as it begins to bleed again through the bandage. And it's almost as if she tries to get up and move, but Francis just stares at her hard. And she's out of it. She does not move. He takes a step toward you. Elvis, what are you doing?
Okay, before I go into my narrative description of what I'm doing, I have another question about strings.
Okay.
So, if I harm someone, I get a string, right?
Is that one of your werewolf moves?
It's one of my werewolf moves.
Okay, yes.
I can't, like, there's this min-maxer somewhere in me who just wants to min-max everything.
It's fine.
If I pull a string to add one harm to them, does that mean I can also gain a string on them?
Okay, no, that's not how it goes. So you would just, whatever harm you do them, you add one to it. So if you were to do 2 harm, it would be 3 harm.
Okay, cool. I thought I'd clear that up before I did anything. And then I'll pad over to the thing to investigate, like a good pupper.
As you're walking over there, Elvis, you see sort of the intel of this figure stepping into the trailer and the door closing.
Do I recognize him?
You don't, no, you haven't, he sort of walked inside so quickly, all you saw was just flannel and some jeans.
But I can hear
but
his commotion.
you can only hear 2 heartbeats in this building. And you know for a fact there was at least June and Quinn in there. Now someone else has walked in there. Something's not, you don't know a lot of math, Elvis, but something's not adding up here.
He's there, like.
I know what 1 + 2 is.
Yeah, now hang on. Boom, 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 boom. That's only 4. There should be like 5 at least for 3 people. I'm gonna head in.
Still, even in your wolf form, Elvis, as you're trying to open this door.
Oh, has it got a handle? Come on, they're
Well, no,
werewolves. They don't have handles,
even
do
that,
they?
like that. I mean, you're trying. I would imagine you're trying to bust through it anyway.
Oh.
It's like it's harder. Something is stopping you, and beside you, you just hear this voice that goes, "Why are you letting him get her?"
All right,
And as you look, it's that same woman who was down at the lake earlier with the stringy blonde hair. The woman that just, suddenly disappeared on you, who you realized was a ghost.
So I'm gonna like grumble at her in wolf, and then I'm gonna decide that clearly the door must be in some way magically sealed or something. So I want to do the juice advert through the wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, you I want you to roll to Dingo. What would you think this would be? Lash out physically or keep your cool?
I would say lash out physically. Maybe keep your cool if there's something that Elvis is particularly scared of.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's too emotional right now to feel the fear. So maybe lash out physically. I was just thinking about the harm. So yeah, give me a volatile to lash out physically.
With my new points in volatile, I will do that.
Okay, so on a 7, it's a partial success. You will get through the door, but something's going to happen. Francis, because he is your main target, is going to learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. I will decide how if you harm yourself, or you become your darkest self.
Those all sound tremendous fun.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna break through the wall. And even in wolf, like, oh yeah.
No, but which one of these are you going to choose?
Oh, which one am I gonna choose?
Yeah. I was
well-
saying do it to become your darkest self.
Well, hell, you know what? Since I leveled up, I don't have any experience, and I get XP when I do that, so I'll become my darkest self.
Okay, yeah, first darkest self of the season. Scrap, read your darkest self out for us.
Yeah, I'd better do that because I didn't actually read it before I made this decision.
And it's already made.
Yeah. You transform into a terrifying wolf creature. You crave power and dominance, and those are earned through bloodshed. If anyone attempts to stand in your way, they must be brought down and made to bleed. You escape your darkest self when you wound someone you really care about, or the sun rises, whichever happens first.
Yeah. Great. So you've had this transformation already tonight, Elvis. But it's like this moment where you can't sense June, and she was sort of your only tie to the pack. And you're realizing that whatever this ghost said to you, Quinn is in danger. So as you sort of still yourself, it's like this, you have a craving you've never had before, Elvis. It's a coppery, thick craving in the back of your throat that you want. And you can't put your mind to what it is, but you've got to, you can smell it. You can smell it coming from people inside that trailer. And in your mind, the image of just ripping someone to shreds is just shining through your brain.
Okay,
You're
let's
not
do it.
You're not a violent person, Elvis. This is probably the most violent you've ever felt. And Quinn, all of a sudden, you see Elvis sort of pull back the siding on this trailer like it's a tin of sardines. Like it didn't bust a sweat at all. It's ripping through this trailer. And you just hear Francis laughing as it happens. And I want you to roll to keep your cool and Quinn, and tell me what you're afraid of.
Okay. Let's see. Quinn is afraid of probably Elvis. In this moment, Elvis losing control and hurting her. And let's see. Roll with cold.
Cold, yeah.
I couldn't remember which one. Give me a second.
Take your time. Ooh, okay. Quinn, these rolls. That's a 6,
know.
that's a fail. Mark your experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you see this happen to Elvis, and this is not, correct me if I'm wrong, you haven't seen Elvis in his wolf form.
No.
So it's almost like you just get the sense that, yeah, this is Elvis. You sort of, and the ball cap doesn't hurt, you know?
Right.
Oh, I think when you go to your darkest self, the ball cap comes off, Elvis. This is serious.
It was just a random
It's gone. But I think you sense that this is Elvis enough. And seeing this, though, you're terrified.
Yeah.
You are so scared of what this creature could do because you only discovered that werewolves are even real tonight.
Yeah.
And Francis looks at you, Quinn, and just says, "It's like the dog's out of the cage now." Elvis, what are you doing?
That flannel guy's there, right?
Yeah, and you recognize this is the same guy that you snapped the neck of in the woods.
Okay, so that didn't work so well this time. I mean, because you know, he's. I'm trying to protect Quinn, or that some vague recollection of that is somewhere in my head. But the main thing that remains in my memory is that he was in my way. So I'm going to lunge for his throat.
Yeah, roll volatile again to lunge for his. What are you intending to do? Are you intending to choke him, rip his throat out? What are you wanting to do?
Rip his throat out and then drink the sweet, sweet juice inside.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lash out physically. Roll volatile. Show me that beautiful being footage. Okay. So you can't become your darkest self again. They will learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. Or you will get some kind of harm back. Which one do you want?
They can have a string.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely lunge for Francis's throat, and I think are you attacking him with your? Tell me how this looks. What are you doing?
Well, I'm in like full wolf form, right? So like my jaw,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
You're
like.
even more so wolf-like than you were before in this like darkest self version.
Oh.
You're even more animalistic.
Yeah, perfect. So it's gonna be like a full on as soon as there's enough space between the like, as I'm peeling back the side of the trailer. As soon as there's enough space, I'm gonna like squeeze my way around it, you know, possibly cutting myself a little, not enough for a harm, but like, you know how like, you just scrabble through before it's quite ready. And I'm just gonna lunge from that point across the room, jaws extended.
Yeah, you latch into Francis's throat, and there's no fear there. There's no emotion in his eyes. Nothing's really reacting to you. But you do rip out a huge chunk of skin, and as you pull back, you know, your muzzle is matted with blood, viscera, and there's a good bunch of blood flowing as Francis sort of like, you know, grabs his throat, trying to stop whatever this is that's happening. Quinn, how are you reacting to this? You know, you're terrified.
Yeah. So Quinn is there space around them in the trailer for me to try and like just get out, like just run away?
You could roll to run away.
Okay.
Roll with volatile. Yeah, we can see if there is.
Can I ask as well, have I harmed Francis Abrams?
You have caused some harm, yes.
Could I use one of my strings to increase that harm by 1?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do I still get a string for harming him in the first place as my werewolf move?
You get the original string, you just don't, it's just ups because you did you did successfully lash out. It's just you have to roll again before you can use the string. You know, you can't just like continue to use them.
Yeah, so I can't
On
like
each other.
say I've harmed him, so I've harmed him, so I get a string thing one. So now I've got 2 strings on him, and I can use one of those anyway to increase the harm. Gotcha.
Yes.
So no change to sheet. Got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Good, Quinn. You made it. You rolled a 12. Yeah, you get away to a safe place. So I think there's a moment when Elvis, with this blood all over him in this even wolfier form, looks back at you and you just see this darkness and violence and hunger in Elvis's eyes. And June is there and she's not moving. She's not reacting. And I think it just triggers something in you, Quinn, and you're a lot smaller than Elvis is, and you're able to get out through that space in the trailer very easily. And where are you running to?
She is, I don't know, I think Quinn is just kind of like freaking out at this point since she like mega failed that roll to not be freaked out. So she's just kind of running, honestly, without really thinking about it, back towards where the truck parked, even though it's not there anymore. And when she gets there and realizes that this is not a rational train of thought at all, she's going to pull out her phone and call Claudia.
As you do that, Quinn, you see those lights from before beginning to form very hurriedly around you. And you just hear, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. We were gonna try to be there for you, but we thought Elvis would protect. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Quinn, you have to come with us right now. Just come with us. And it's formed into this one big ball at this point, and it's getting closer and closer to your face. Quinn, come. We'll keep you safe. We promise we won't keep you. We just have to. This is dangerous, Quinn. Quinn, please.
If I go with you guys, will my friends be safe too? Will Francis hurt them?
We don't know. But we have to keep you safe. They'll be hurt more if he gets a hold of you.
I have to make sure they're okay, and she's just gonna ignore them and keep like kind of walking back towards, I guess, the nearest main road or country road or whatever, but stay on the phone. Like, just dial Claudia's number and stay on the phone.
Claudia, as you're sitting in the truck by yourself, you're hearing this. And Quinn, you've noticed that on your phone, it's only like 1 o'clock that something was wrong with the June's clock as time had stopped. And Claudia, you sitting out alone, you've watched Sandy sort of disappear into the rain. Your phone rings again and you recognize Quinn. Quinn's name come up on your ID.
Yeah, I'm picking it up real fast. Hey, is everything okay? What's going on?
Everything is really not okay. I woke up and Francis was in the trailer and he hurt June really bad. I think she's knocked out. And Elvis went crazy and attacked him, but it was like a different kind of attacking. Like, he wasn't just trying to protect me, like he was like bloodthirsty. So I am outside now and I just kind of like ran and I'm walking towards the road. I don't know what to do.
Okay. How far did you get? Where are you?
I'm kind of a little bit past where we originally parked the truck. I don't know where I should go. The fairies are trying to get me to go with them to wherever they're from. I don't know.
Would you be able to come back if you did?
I don't think so. I think they want to keep me there forever.
Crap. Hey, I'm coming to get you.
Okay, I'll
Just
I don't
keep
know.
walking
I'll-
towards the road.
Okay.
And Claudia hangs up and she goes, fuck. Sorry, Sandy. And she fires up the truck and whips it around and heads back to Quinn.
Sandy,
Yes.
we had left you before the back of someone standing in this room, long, shoulder-length blonde hair, and you still invisible as you would sort of come through the door. You just saw them standing in the middle of Harriet's shop.
She's gonna walk around and just look at the face.
It's Chloe. It's Quinn's sister and your old friend.
And she'll stand right in front of her, just looking.
She looks worried and very much unsure. You know Chloe enough to know that a lot of her confidence is a facade, and it's completely broken right now. She's wringing her hands in front of her, muttering under her breath, but you don't really know what she's saying. You can't make out, what it is. But she's very much on edge. And after a moment, she coughs, and you see her begin to go into like this coughing fit, and she covers her mouth. And when she puts her hands down, you see blood in her hands. And she just sort of wipes it on her dirty jeans.
At that, she'll probably make herself visible, but like this far away from her.
Yeah, Chloe just goes, "Holy shit!"
You aged terribly. Like, she just looked, I mean, I know it's not been that long, but like Sandy's just...
She looks at you and she goes, "Yeah, well, you're dead."
And whose fault is that?
Well, you agreed to do it, just like we all did. It's not my fault and you did it wrong.
I'm still pretty as a picture. You're coughing up blood from the looks of it. Not feeling well, are we?
Yeah, and it's Francis's fault.
Doesn't
He
surprise me.
betrayed us all.
Of course he did. He's an asshole. He always was an asshole. And what's this about? Your sister being a bargain? What the hell?
Well, he didn't really like you when the demon took you. He wanted more.
Great. He
Yes,
took
that's
me.
why
Sister?
you're still a ghost.
Uh-huh. I'm dead. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But your sister?
It was a last-minute decision. I didn't really think it through. Why does it matter? She was promised by our parents to someone else, too.
She's a person. I'm not saying your parents are any better. I'm saying you're both horrible people. Like Sandy's trying to lay into her, but without being too, because at the same time, it's almost like she's telling a friend off. She's not telling
Mm-hmm.
an enemy off. I mean, like, kind of disappointed.
I'm trying to protect Quinn.
It's a bit late, really. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
But if we can get rid of Francis, then I think we'll be fine.
And Sandy like sighs. And she'll go and sit on a chair and make herself comfortable in the room, put her feet up on the table. Where's Heather?
Who?
Heather.
Who's Heather? Harriet?
Harriet, where is Harriet?
I was trying to figure out, wait, did I name someone Heather?
No, that's me. Yeah, that's my ghost personality kicking in. Like, she's like, no, Harriet, where is Harriet?
She's fine.
Yeah, but like, you're kind of fine or actually fine?
No, she's fine. She's upstairs in her bed asleep. It's a deep sleep, but
You're in
she'll
here
be fine.
because-
Because Lady Harriet's was a place that you would trust.
So we've gone from basically killing your friend, offering up your little cute, she's adorable by the way, your little baby sister, really sweet, I've had class with her, to some sort of crazed demon with the arsehole of Francis, to breaking into a sweet old lady's home at night.
She's not that old. Besides,
And
she's
what's
not
with-
everything you think she is.
No, I can tell that. She can see me. But she's been nicer to me than most people. I'm not saying I treat her like family. I'm just asking why you're in her house. I mean, who turns all the lights on when they break in?
I didn't break in, I was invited in. She's just as close to me as she is to you, Sandy.
But why is she in bed then? Why are you just stood in the middle of the room?
I didn't know if it was going to be you or someone else coming in, Claudia, when I got Elliot to help me.
So where is Elliot?
They're upstairs too, asleep.
What kind of sleep do you mean? Because I was pretty sure I went to sleep. And then I woke up dead.
They're not dead. I don't even know how to say this. So, Elliot's what my sister is. Elliot can be anything Elliot wants to be. Have you ever noticed Lady Harriet's isn't open during school?
I guess. She's a strange woman. She's got weird opening times.
I mean, or maybe it's because one of the things she is a high schooler who has to go to school.
She sort of stops it. Makes sense.
Elliot's a changeling. Be anything that they want to be. They just happen to be a 60-year-old woman who tells fake fortunes and leaves side. I don't really know why.
And he didn't know I was a ghost. He didn't know I was
No,
dead.
they knew. I mean, it was a pretty good act, right? Fooled you.
He could probably do better on his personal social skills. But yeah, no, he didn't do too badly. Gonna be a shock for Claudia, though. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah, where is Claudia? I need her in on this too to I hate to say it, but you're gonna have to work with me if we want to get rid of Francis. And Claudia's gonna have to help.
I don't know where she is.
You just walked here on your own?
How else do you think I get around now I'm dead?
That's fair. All right. Well, I have to get up with Claudia. I don't know where my sister is. I'd like to leave her out of this for once. Francis has got to go, and she
Well, we can
walks
agree.
over. She walks over to a bookshelf and pulls out this book. And she says, I've got a way to get rid of him.
I'm listening. Does it hurt?
I don't know if he can feel hurt anymore, but we can try. He's gonna have to be scattered to
Before
ash in the wind, just scattered, burned up to a crisp, full of ash. And Quinn will have to give a little blood, but it's just to sate the demon. I promise it won't be anything serious. It'll at least break that deal. I can't promise anything about what my parents did.
What happens if she has to fulfill what your parents did?
It was to keep me alive. And I think they're getting mad that she hasn't gone to wherever they want her to go because, well, you saw.
So she doesn't have a choice in any of this.
I don't think any of us had a choice. Hers was just a lot worse.
And Sandy will just probably sit, nod slowly. Okay. And she'll probably stand up and just go to leave.
Yeah, I think if you do that, she just, wait, where are you? What are we going to do? We have to work together.
Well, we kill Francis.
I don't know where he is.
Then I go find him. Say good morning to Harriet, Elliot, whoever it is upstairs. She likes to take tea in the morning.
Will do. And yeah, I think she lets you go. And as you walk outside, you notice that the truck is gone.
Yeah, like Sandy walks out quite confidently and walks around the corner, sees the truck gone, is like, ah, fuck. Just like literally looking around like, really? Really? I mean, I know I can't feel it, but... ugh. And she just sort of pulls up her hood and starts walking.
Where are you heading, Sandy?
She'll head back to, like, the trailer.
Okay, yeah. It's going to take it's going to be a little bit of a walk, but yeah, you can do that. Elvis, you watch as Quinn runs off. The only reason you don't make you can smell Quinn. She smells wonderful. And only reason you're distracted and don't go after her is because you hear Francis beginning to groan. And he, even with his hand sort of wrapped around his neck with all this blood and gore, he's just, I told you we're going to kill me.
Wait, to be clear, I wouldn't have got off him. I would have carried on chowing down on him.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
you said it tasted good, right?
It tasted good, but you were distracted by Quinn. It was almost like the smell of
so like a
Quinn was
moment
better.
then, like a sort of
just a little split moment, and like a squirrel caught your attention because she sort of flitted out, But he's got this deep laugh going on.
I put my paw on his mouth.
I think he goes quiet and just his eyes dancing as you sort of finish him off.
Nom, 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 nom.
You have a great big meal. You once more you end Francis Abrams' life, and you still have June back behind you who isn't responding, sort of similar to the two wolves you carried back to the port or to the trailer park. She's leaned up against this bookcase, and even though you're sort of getting your feel of Francis Abrams, June smells good too. You can smell her blood. You can hear her heart isn't beating, but you can smell the warmth of her blood in her veins pumping still.
And is this one still now?
Francis is dead. You've killed Francis, yeah. You just see June over in the corner. And she's just appetizing.
Katie, I am really scared that Elvis is going to try and eat June.
Okay, well then why don't you roll to keep your cool? So roll cold.
I knew this was going to happen.
Hit him with a newspaper. Squirt some water at him.
Oh, I did. I stopped myself eating Claudia's waifu.
You did it. Okay, so on a 10 up, you can keep your cool and gain insight. So you can ask me a question about this situation. And you do get a +1 forward if anything, you do anything to act on that information.
What is he?
Ooh, that's a good question. Francis is not human. Francis is about the closest thing to being a demon that you can get without being a full demon. That's what he needs Quinn for. And he keeps coming back to life because he has to fulfill this deal.
Okay. In that case, I will, perhaps I'll rip off another calf. They're quite appetizing. I'll strip the meat off it quick, and then I'll just go and gnaw on it somewhere back by the fire. I mean, there's no one in my way at the minute, right? So even as dark as self, I can enjoy a nice bone by the fire.
Yes.
Go back to my blanket.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I think as you go to leave though this time, Elvis, you see what happened in the forest that you didn't see before. You see as the shadows begin to like coalesce around what's left of Francis's body, and you see it sort of disappear into the air. You know, what's left of it, just, you know, at this point it's just pieces.
Oh man, now I'm really worried about my hunger. Like, is that what happened in here too?
No, we decided last time you still felt it was still inside, like you were fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because you ate his calf last time.
Yeah, I
What
thought.
is it with you and calves?
Well, they're a nice strong bone. You can really get your teeth in there. There's plenty of marrow.
You're so strange, son. Yeah, but you do see this happen this time. And I think as you go back outside, that's sort of the silence that was all around the forest before, it's gone. It sort of seems normal now. You can hear the howls picking up again in the distance as if the wolves are communicating. You can sort of hear every now and then a car or like a big rig passing by on the highway nearby. Crickets are chirping again. The rain has picked up.
Oh, it's raining? Is there a tarp somewhere?
There's probably like a shed, like a lean-to somewhere you could get under. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and hide there instead. I don't want to be laying next to a wet fire in a wet blanket. I'm gonna go get under that tarp.
All right.
I have simple needs: comfort and food.
Claudia, or no, we'll go to Quinn. Quinn, as you are are you continuing to walk down the road, or are you staying put waiting for Claudia?
I am continuing to walk to the road, but once I get like to the main road, I'm gonna kind of stop and wait.
Yeah, you can do that, but the light is still sort of bumping at you around your face, and it's giving you that little shock every time, you know, that you had felt before, and it's just going, Quinn, he's gonna get you. He comes back every time. Quinn, you have to trust us. You can't just go. We need you in radio right now.
And she's gonna sit there and like kind of try to ignore them at first, but it gets gradually more and more annoying.
They're sort of like Navi from Legend of Zelda. They're just, you know, just really annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. And this thing kind of like, she just gets increasingly frustrated while she's standing there in the rain, like waiting for Claudia. And I have a new thing that I can do because I got enough experience from how badly I've been rolling. Yeah, I have this move called Beyond the Veil that allows me to gaze into the abyss to seek audience with the Fairy King. So I guess this kind of instinctive thing is going to rise up out of her where she's just like, you know what? like, let's talk to this dude. Like, let me figure this out. So basically what this move does is it says to seek audience with the Fairy King, gaze into the abyss. On a 10-up, in addition to other results, the Fairy King reveals to you a hidden string on someone and gain it. And on a 7 to 9, in addition to that, the Fairy King demands a favor of you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roll it.
So let me do that real quick. And that is dark, right?
Yes. Gaze into the abyss with dark.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? Well, that's a 5, so mark experience.
Yeah.
Let me read that move again. Okay. So you're sort of sitting there and you see these bright lights coming toward you. And you instantly think, oh, that's Claudia, because they're getting closer and closer. And you notice that the lights are bright, Quinn. They're brighter than everything that you've seen. This can't be a car that's coming toward you.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you begin to notice that this bright light is just nearly blinding you so much that your vision, you're having to squint a little to make sure that you can even see, and you're like trying to get a hold of what's happening, and then you begin to see that these lights they can't be car lights because they're beginning to extend taller and taller and taller, nearly 7 feet tall, into the shape of what looks like a human form. And then you begin to see antlers forming on this form, and you hear this chorus of voices that says, "We're just trying to help you. You just have to come with us." And as this happens and you hear this voice, Quinn, that shocking of electricity goes haywire inside your body. And the light goes so bright that you cannot see anything but this bright light. And when your vision finally clears, you're sort of in this white void. And Claudia, as you're driving down this road, you're passing by the spot where you just know Quinn would be, where she would logically wait for you. And she's not there. And that's where we'll end this week. Sorry, guys, I have to end early because I have to pack for Seattle. Woo!
Tee-hee. I ate a demon again. That's 2
You've
episodes in a row.
been eating so many demons.
Well, just the one demon, actually, but several times.
Several times. Okay, yeah, we can go around, say who you are, where we can find you, what you thought about this session. Yell at me for not going any longer if you want to. I'm sorry. Dingo, we can start with you.
I'm Dingo. You can find me on Twitter at Where's My Dingus. That's the best place to find out what I'm doing. Tomorrow I'll be back on Off the Table where I usually am, playing Adventures in the Wild Blue. And a bunch of other stuff. It's all on my Twitter. I gotta head out right after this outro. But Katie, I am mad that we're not going longer, even though I can't. And I thought that this session was amazing and so tense, and I yelled so much, and also I can't believe you hurt my wife.
I can't give you a werewolf wife without hurting them. That's just not in my nature.
But I didn't eat her.
But she's still alive.
For that, I am so blessed.
I took a capture of your message in Zoom. That's you'll see that on Twitter at some point.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Dingy. Meg?
I'm Meg. You can find me on Twitter at PishkeenVon, and if you want to read my D&D blogging shenanigans, you can find that at elfnotes.com, which is just right in my Twitter bio too, so it's all good. And my favorite part of tonight's session, there was a lot that I enjoyed. I liked that Elvis, one of us, it was Elvis, but I'm glad that one of us finally slipped into their darkest self. And I was also really excited to see Sandy finally face off with Chloe in person.
Alice.
Yeah, I loved this. I really, really loved this. The face-off with Chloe, it wasn't as aggressive as I thought it was going to be. I thought she was going to be really, really mad, but in the end, my character was genuinely just sort of a bit miffed, and I think it kicked in, this is my friend. So that's what it was. One of my actual favourite bits was just that when Sandy left, and realised the car wasn't there.
That was good.
Just she'd just been getting really good friends with Claudia. She's like, bitch drove away. She's gone. Like, she probably knows she had to do it for a serious reason, but it's fine. But yeah, and I'm really proud that Elvis keeps eating the same demon over and over again, no matter what this demon says to him. He's like, no.
I'm Katie. You can find me on my Twitter at KatieFace. I have a schedule pinned up of all the things I do. Won't be here next week because I will be out of state, across the country. But you can find me tomorrow on Off the Table playing Adventures in the Wild Blue. We will be late because I land in Seattle right when the show starts. So what else is new? Am I right? That's Off the Table.
I've got a show at 10:30. Could you guys start before then? That'd be great.
Think about it. Maybe, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter to see what I'm doing. I do a show with the Greyhawk channel. I do a show here. And yeah, that you can find me all the time off the table. We also do a Monster Hearts podcast. If you can find it on off-thetable.com, it's called Tabled Hearts. I play a witch in it who is a massive asshole. Oh, we recorded yesterday and it was horrible, y'all. He's so rude. But anyway, yeah, just give me a follow. Talk to me about Monster Hearts. I'll tell you secrets that they can't know that I'm planning. Over to you, Scrap.
That's me. Oh, hi guys. My favorite part, I think, today was the combination of Sandy straight talking with Chloe, and also just Quinn's whole nope out of most of the situation. Nope out of here, and the fairies as well. Nope. It was good. I enjoyed that. This is me. This is my channel, guys. Here are my social links. Go and check them out. That's not how you spell social. That is how you spell social. We've got Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Go and check them all out. Follow, subscribe, be part of the community, all of that good stuff. You'll find lots of enjoyment there. Send me a DM on Twitter if you want to get into a game. We also have a Patreon. Head over there, check out our free articles. We've set a new goal at £500 a month. That goal is to cover the cost of upping our art production, our production value of our art for next season. Yeah, go and check it out. If you like the way all the shows look and want to see what else we can do with it. What else we got? We've got merch. Merch also helps us out, support the channel. You can get anything you like. You can get it on mugs, teacups, shirts, hoodies, tights, mini skirts, cup holders, clocks,
Scarves,
wall banners, scarves, you name it. Just go and grab yourself some merch. You can get it on anything you like.
My birthday is Saturday, guys. Buy me something.
There you go. Buy something as a gift.
Good gift material.
Yeah. I'm definitely just going to get one of those annoying alarm clocks in the post.
You know, Christmas is approaching, and the prepared Twitch viewer. We are sponsored by Bird in the Storm Publishing. Their proceeds go to charities. Go ahead and check them out, support them. They'll be bringing content to us in the new year. We are also sponsored by Mage Hand Press. They do the 5e Dark Matter expansion for the 5e expansion called Dark Matter, which is sci-fi space material. They'll be releasing their alpha on the 15th of November. And if you go and pre-order before it releases, you can go and get access to the beta for the £25 backer kit, I think. Or $25 or something. Go and check it out, essentially. If you're going to be part of the beta, you can be included in their feedback and everything, and there you have a thank you sheet that's going to be on the final publication. You can go and get your name on that. So go and be a part of it. We are going to... Excuse me, hiccup. That's what we're going to do. Let me gather myself. We are going to head over to... to WebDM today. That's where we're going to go. We're going to go say hi to WebDM. friends of the channel. Travis, who is the producer of WebDM, is in our Monday game called Cthulhu. If you've not watched it yet, what the hell are you doing? Go and watch it. It's fantastic. We stream Mondays to Thursdays, 1 p.m., 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. EST, 3 hours a session. Fridays we stream 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. EST. 8 p.m. is every other week, not this week. You need to be off the table whenever the hell they decide to start. And 1 p.m. Fridays will be on the Greyhawk channel.
I'll take it. I'll take it. It's fine.
Thanks for everyone. Oh, hang on, we haven't got a raid cry. Raid cry, anyone, quick?
Don't eat the demon.
Don't eat, or I ate a demon.
Yeah.
Or don't eat my waifu?
Don't eat my waifu.
There it is, without Scrat hype. Here it is, with some Scrat hype. I've got to hurry because this raid's going to run out. There you go. Keep evoking emotions, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye!